I'm going online.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the final circle of this iteration, but we know there'll be many more because we've been talking about circles and I've been thinking about them, and I've been inside them, inside myself and with you, and reflecting a lot about the magical operation of this circle. And also, I just want to say that I got a lot of phone calls and text messages today of people just speaking about this remarkable experience that you've all brought to this space. So I want to say a little bit about the wildness, and about this idea of I don't know, trust maybe, and this act of, or this gesture towards something that you don't have any idea what it might be or might become. And I think that we've been in that space together and that we're still in it. So there's something about it as something that continues, and how it requires a kind of practice of diligence that was, although you all know me to be a very diligent person with great conviction and belief in all of you, there's a new practice I've had to learn about, a kind of fortitude, a kind of new energy, a kind of energy that I had to find by myself. And as all of you know, I stay in that building in Terra until the lights go down and I'm walking home in the dark, because I have that need that dance always satisfied, which was to be with, and to be with others, and to be with all of you. And I remember my son saying to me when he was really young, we were driving from the dance studios, and he said, "Mom, I think you're happier when you're with others." So I'm having to learn how to be with myself and be with you in new ways. And I'm learning a lot through this process. And I will say that reading helps me move closer. In fact, I was telling some of the MFA students, I was saying that I was listening to Tina Camp say that she liked this idea of letting the voice enter through her ear as a way to move closer and to feel more intimate with people during this time of isolation. And I understand that. And I also feel that when I was reading the CAP classes papers, it was like hearing them talk to me. It was something about the rhythm of their words that brought me closer to them. So when you are feeling really alone and your eyes are tired, I encourage you to look sometimes to words, even if it's just a few words, to kind of open that space of being closer. And I wanted to think about this circle. I always think about this circle as a kind of, as a space of possibility, and really of communal friendship and love. And last night I tried to take on this practice that Elaine Scarry was encouraging me to do by reading Dreaming by the Book, which was to enact a kind of instruction of how by reenacting and talking about entering the Miriam stage and walking onto that stage and walking into that circle, I could move closer to that experience. So I thought we would try another one of these acts of new imaginaries tonight, which would be a kind of collective imaginary where we could kind of cross over together as this in a magical operation, where we could, what we need to share in is maybe we've shared time in that Miriam space, and we've shared space there. So we shared time and we shared space, and each of you has shared different ways of rehearsing these works and talking to each other and imagining. So I was thinking that we could kind of take a few minutes to like have this sort of storm of imaginings and memories that could kind of meet in this virtual space through this experience together. So maybe it's an experiment. So maybe we just take a few minutes, and then maybe after that time, the hardest part last night for me was coming back across. I wanted to stay in that place of walking in that circle that I had placed, where I had placed myself. So I just kind of fell out of it. So maybe tonight we can try to kind of, maybe we'll say, okay, now. And we'll try to slowly come back to being in this space where we'll, does that sound okay? You want to try? So we can either go to the studio with those people, with the dancers you've been rehearsing with, or you can go onto that stage. You can find your own way through to this space of being together in the way that we are now, but also in the way that we would have been and we have been. So it's kind of past, present, and future being. Ready? And then I'll say, okay, now, after a while. You can close your eyes if you want to. I have to. Okay, here we go. Take your time. Okay, now. Sometimes I wonder, now that I'm so much older, I wonder if, like, when I go in that space, I wonder if the longer I live, the farther I go. So my memories were really, I wanted to stay there. I wanted to dwell there. How beautiful. So thank you for that, doing that with me. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the remarkable artist who worked to make today's opening all that it was and all that it will be and all that will continue to be. I'd like to thank John, Jaspers, and Maggie, Jewel, Gabrielle, and Arabia, Helen, Pickett, Annie, Sydney, Kyle, Dinita, Imani, Kurt, Tim, Milton, Kim, oh, and Laura and Sarah. I'm sorry, your names were next to Helen. All of you, thank you. And I'd also like to us to take off our mutes and give those people a remarkable round of applause.
Yeah.
All of them to feel to take the opportunity now to fill the space with words for our performers. So I invite you to now take space.
Well, I'm going to say thank you very much. This was an extraordinary experience. I thought that working in the studio as a choreographer with these amazing beings was the penultimate. And then we had to reimagine ourselves. And what they came up with was extraordinary. They composed, everything was so they took the choreography and they reimagined it, and they composed, they wrote poetry, they did video diaries, they reimagined the choreography. It was mind-blowing what everybody did. And thank you, Donna Faye. Thank you, You Arts. It's an extraordinary place. It's an extraordinary place where art lives because community lives. It really is the example that community is art. And the best art is created from a collaboration. And it's something I've always believed. And I can just, I'm filled with gratitude. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Even the people I didn't meet. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Donna Faye. Thank you, Jen, Niall, everybody, Laura, geez, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Helen, for that. It was such a pleasure to work with everyone. This was my first pod. And it was just, it superseded all of my hopes for it. Choreography, dancers, the way everyone worked together. The piece was really, what is the word I'm searching for? Helen's so good with words. Community, or the, feeling of being all together. And I think we accomplished that in the studio, as well as working apart from each other. And thank you to Niall and Jen and Donna for dealing with all of our hopes and dreams for this project. So big, just thank you to everyone, and congratulations to all the beautiful, beautiful work from the other projects as well. Really, really gorgeous.
Mark.
Hi. I want to thank all the beautiful performers and artists I got to work with over the semester. I really couldn't have asked for more generous or creative or talented spirits. I know we all set off on this journey creating this piece, which is already sort of you're reaching or striving towards the unknown, and then everything had to be reimagined. And I think by reimagining and finding these new outlets for expression, the work actually got much richer and deeper. and feels like it became something more complete than we even knew we were heading towards. And I'm so grateful to have been on this journey with you all. And thanks for your openness and your willingness to be vulnerable and to share. Yeah, it's a really special place here, and I'm grateful to be a part of it.
I'll say a few things. Oh, sorry, did I cut you off? You want to go?
Go ahead.
I love the walking up and remembering the stage that Donna Faye started with. And I was just imagining giving all of my collaborators flowers, which I always love to do before a show, and seeing each and every one of them. And usually in these moments, I say, see each other, feel each other, give it to the audience, plie and breathe. And here we kind of have to like do that virtually. But such an amazing group from day one. From day one, they just leaned into the material, and it was hard material for this because we started as a sequel to last year's Party at the End of the World, and it's the post-apocalyptic world imagined by Cormac McCarthy on the road. And I wasn't sure people were going to want to continue in this world in the pandemic, but everybody wanted and did some really, really beautiful work. So I just want to say their names because they really ended up being collaborators, being choreographers, being videographers, deciding how to set the work and film it. So thank you, Johanna and Caro and Emily and Laura and Melanie and O and Joy and Ray and Carly and Katie Ann and Emma and Chachi and Vero and Emily and Tosh. And we started with Louisa and Kylie and Emma, and they weren't able to finish with us for various reasons, but such amazing gift all of you gave me. And I had to step up and figure out, okay, I have all this film stuff from you guys now, got to do something with it. So I had to go back and do some tutorials on YouTube to figure out how to use iMovie again, which had been a few years. So just thank you so much. Wish I had real flowers to give you. It was a really beautiful experience. Love you all.
I just want to say thank you for bringing me in to set this work of John's. I realized this week that I met him in Jen McGinn's office as her intern at ADF, with so many of you that are here. And it was the summer before my senior year of college. So I feel like this experience has kind of come full circle for me. And just feeling how deep this dance family runs and how profound it really is. And that dance will always be a home to return to. I'm blown away by the students who are beautiful movers, brilliant thinkers, and true artists of their own, who I've learned so much from. And I feel very inspired by you and by all of the work and the share and this platform that sprang up out of pure heart when everything else seemed to fall away. So it's amazing. And thank you so much. I have so much respect and love and gratitude for you all.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I come as a partnership. Milton is beside me, behind me, in front of me, and holding my hand right now. I know he is. Unfortunately, because of the lack of Wi-Fi and technology, he's not able to be here in face with you, but he is definitely with me. I want to express something, and of course, I like Jimena wrote down. Something that I want to say to each and every one of you first, and then address my cast, our cast. Even in moments of uncertainty, challenges, and fear, you chassez and flat back with force, commitment, creativity, artistry, resilience, determination, care, tears, support, grace, fearlessness, generosity, and undoubtedly loads of love. Like an inviting port de bras, you watched, listened, and followed, and then you led. I thank you for that. You released and embraced new personal and collective discoveries and came out on the other side a stronger you. And we followed your lead in that. So I thank you. To our cast of Ritual, what an intimate journey we embarked on from Count Anne. And because it was so intimate, Milton and I chose to keep it that way. The things that revealed themselves just in the first 2 weeks were quite emotional. Milton actually lost his mom between week 2 and week 3. And at that moment, I thought that we weren't going to be able to continue. But he said, I have to, I need this. His spirit needed it. And at that moment, I knew that we had to follow suit. Then a beautiful recipe of creation, artistry, and exchange began. Seamlessly, it simmered into the space. Rhapsody. It's amazing that Donna Faye chose the bird because you were in flight in every rehearsal. Maddie, your genuine sensitivity always brought a beautiful spark to the space. Arsat, your fearlessness exudes beyond imagination. Nasir, your ability to seek and spread a calmness in the space made it all possible. Nathan, how you grasp the littlest bit of silence, the littlest bit of quietness, and bring such effortless power to it. Melvin, your ability to be curious at every turn made it new every week. I am so grateful for how Milton embraced you all and how you embraced him back. And so I'm going to leave you with his words as I bring him onto the screen. And I know I'm past half hour, but I have to do this. Oh, can you see him? Yeah, there he is. Words from Milton. To all of our seniors, trust yourself in what you have and what you have been chosen to do. Sometimes we question ourselves a bit much, and so we stop the process. But I believe that also that's part of the process. We do have to question. Listen, and answers will be there. You have been chosen to do something amazing. So listen to find out where exactly you are supposed to be and to do exactly what you were chosen to do. Ashe, and thank you.
Want to say one thing before move on. I want to invite Tim. I should have written stuff down. I forgot. Tim as such a deep part of everything I do and teach, and I know he's on the call. So thank you so much for all of your work all the way through the semester, Tim. And if you have anything you want to say about the process, I know you worked your butt for days scoring.
Yeah, it was a very deep process, and I welcomed it on. It was such a beautiful journey for me to be a part and work in this way, and trying not to lose it right now because it's where we are, you know. But thank you for this opportunity, and it was so great working with everybody. Thank you so much. Really fun.
I apologize. Can I say one thing? I forgot the main person in this equation because I call him my husband and I also call him number 5. John Levis, you are a godsend. I thank you for staying attached to this process, being at he did not miss one meet. And I thank you so much for guiding us through your musical genius, and I love you. Sorry about that.
Hey, everybody. All right. Let's mute that. Yeah, just mute that. There we go. First and foremost, thank you, DFA. Thank you, University of the Arts. Wow. Congratulations to all the seniors graduating. Kudos. It's been a long road. And yeah, what a finish, right? You would never expect that. The title of our piece was In Space, and we started with that. That was the title of our piece from the beginning. Never could we have ever imagined that it would literally be the definition of all that we had to do. So we want to thank all of our dancers, cast. Thank you so, so much from giving your all from day one. Yeah. It was your hard work and dedication that allowed the vast majority of our work to be done by week 6 for a presentation of the magnitude that you all were able to present, not only in the physical, but in the virtual. Whatever hurdles you had to, leap over in order to make those videos, we'll never know. But what we felt through those films were passion. So thank each and every last one of you for doing that. And like Kurt, I learned how to use Adobe CC on the fly, and it was quite a rough flight. But thank you all for that. Our deal is life is dance and dance is life. You cannot separate those two things. And
feed and fuel one another. And being in this space, navigating how you feel spiritually, mentally, and emotionally is a great deal, and it should definitely reflect within your art. And we thank all of you for sharing so generously, not only the people in our class, but the people who are a part of the University of the Arts faculty, as well as students, mentors, and everyone alike. Yeah,
it's been quite a process, and we want to take a moment to, she's not on this call now, but Imani definitely helped keep our rehearsals tight while in our absence. In that last video with everyone, and every shot was shot by her. So thank you, Imani, for that, and for your time and energy. And hey guys, 1 second at a time. Yeah, 1 second at a time. But if anything that was felt through all of you all's performance as a whole was your ability to profess. We could feel your love through the screen. So thank you all, everybody, every choreographer, every cast. We thoroughly enjoyed all of the shows.
How did you guys go from 2 screens to 1? Weren't you just over there, Danita?
Markheim.
Okay, I've unmuted did I unmute myself? Does that mean I'm on? It must mean I'm on. Oh, I don't know. I have nothing to say. I was going to do something like this and just go like one moment, and then another 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 moment. I love you all. It's an honor to be here. Thank you, everybody. Stay in the moment. Every moment contains the past and the future. So just staying in the moment is the best place to be. Love you all.
Arabia?
Yes, I actually do have something. I sent it to my dancers already, but it is tradition in the School of Dance to give gifts the day your piece premieres. So here's a poem for you. You mentioned storms already twice these days, so I was like, this is crazy. A storm is strong, bold, bright, swift, sudden, demanding, rhythmic, clear, clean, calculated, wild, extreme, warm, dynamic, and calming. Each word describes a storm, and that storm is you. Thank you for blowing me away each meeting. Until we meet again, Arabia. I love y'all so much, and each experience was amazing. I know Jewel is super proud. I'm super proud. Yeah, that's it.
I think we can unmute. Is that everybody? Here we go. Let's unmute for a minute.
Yeah! In the club.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we're gonna have to get the seniors into the center of the circle. So help me, like, we gotta conjure up, we gotta push all the seniors to the center. Ready? Push.
Get it in.
Oh, get those seniors in there. Oh, seniors, come on. Get
Come
in
on.
the middle. In the middle.
Come
Now,
on.
here they are. There they are. They're in the middle. There they are in the middle. There they are in the middle. Okay, seniors. We see you, seniors. So happy that you're graduating into this world that we will always be a part of with you, and that you can very easily find your way back to this circle and to these times together and to each one of us here. Wow. I need more time to look at you, to remember you. So we will change time. We will change time. So if you feel like we've run out of time or there won't be enough time, we will change time. And we will find our way back to each other in the ways that we will. And that is something that I know. I believe that. And it calms me down to think of it as a kind of motion of returning rather than just of leaving, but rather that it will return. It will find its way. We're going to ask two seniors to speak tonight. And one of them, I don't know, maybe you've had this happen to you, but for this person to speak, I just kept having these words that kept going around in my head. So I read like 20, I'll show you, like I wrote thousands of pieces of paper with different things I was going to say about. And I kept coming back to the same words that came to my mind first. And they just wouldn't leave. And everything I would read or everything I would reflect on, I would go, no, that's not it. So you have to kind of trust that instant, that first moment. So So don't laugh, Niall, because what kept coming back to my mind was songs in the key of life. Just those words, songs in the key of life. And it just kept coming back, songs in the key of life, songs in the key of life. So I looked at Stevie Wonder's album cover. I looked at all the names of the songs in the album from I Wish, I read all the words of the song. I was like, songs in the key of life. I just keep thinking about songs in the key of life when I think about this child. Their dancing has immediacy. Their dancing is like how they are every day, which is they make way for others to move together and to be together. There's such joy and love. And I can remember seeing them dance on the stage one time, on the Miriam stage, and I remember saying, is that them? It was really like that radiant ignition we've been talking about. Nasir, it's you. I just can't go on. I think it just you have to speak, Nasir, because really you are such a remarkable, bright, and remarkable human being.
Yeah! Man.
That's my grandbaby!
Nice.
Songs in the key of life. Now I can't see out of my glasses, Nasir.
God. Wait, give me a minute. Where do I begin? Oh my God. I am grateful, and first I would like to give thanks to God, who is the head of my life, who has pretty much like brought me this far. And when all hell was breaking loose, he kept me, and despite all the storm and the tribulations, and oh my God, I'm crying. All right, seriously, I'm crying. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. But he just kept me when all hell was breaking loose, and but connected me and surrounded me with people of love, people with passion, people with care, people with determination. Like, he kept me and surrounded me with so much love. And I truly believe this is not the end. This is only the beginning of something new, something special, something great, something marvelous. And I truly believe that we are getting ready to take flight, that we are getting ready to fly, that we are getting ready to conquer. So I just want to say, just spread your wings and fly. Remember who you are. Remember that you all have purpose, that you all have a gift, a talent, that you all are special in your own way. I remember this song growing up in church that I used to love singing, "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine." And that song, my God, like, just go out there and spread your light from across the nations to nations. Your passion, I just truly love you all. Thank you. You all have purpose. You all have a destination. Don't get distracted. Don't lose focus. Have faith. Plant your seed. Water it with your tears. have faith and patience, and watch double in the right time grow. And as you can see in my conclusion, because I'm lost for words right now, but I am truly humbled and grateful for the University of the Arts, like my friends and the family of this school. This school has made me create my own Malik Dance Theater in Brooklyn, New York. This school have made me create and continue to build my own vocabulary, my own aesthetic. This school has taught me so much. My friends, my family, oh my gosh, thank you. And to Donna Faye, thank you for always believing in me and always encouraging me to take one step at a time. To Katie Swartz, that's always loving me and showing me the world. To Michael, that's always giving me words of wisdom. Our long talks, I can go down the whole list, like to Jimena, to Mama Kim. Oh my gosh, when I felt like I wanted to throw in the towel, Mama Kim was like, nah, Sia, you better not. You stand on some great shoulders. And she always just keep pushing me. And to Kurt, I love you for making me go beyond measures. And I could go down the whole list. I don't want to get in trouble, but to all the dance and the faculties, thank you. I truly appreciate you all and inspire me. Jesse, I love you guys. Thank you. And as you can see, if y'all didn't hear nothing I just said, just plant your seed and continue to fly. Yeah. Thank you, love. God bless you. Love you. Peace, love. Nas is out.
Let's unmute.
Come on, Nas.
Better preach.
God speak to you, okay?
Yes, indeed. God is good all the time. Ooh, I'm done.
I don't know if I can do it. Okay. I have to center myself. Okay, so we have one more person. And so I'm now reading from Black Pentecostal Breath, The Aesthetics of Possibility. It's by Ashton Crawley. I strongly recommend this book. But I kind of want to preface this introduction of this person first by reading the last part of the opening of the book, which in this case is actually titled The Introduction. And for those of you who've been in the circle before, you know I use this expression that I cross read. So I'm gonna cross read here. He's speaking about the creation of this book, and he's talking about affirming spaces. So I think it would be a nice way to introduce this next way of thinking. The point of the work was to create the space of possibility, to create the affirming spaces, and to let folks know that an alternative exists if they so choose to join with it. Alternatives exist already against the normative modes under which we endure. The work is to make apparent the fact of the resonance of alternatives, to let folks know that we are here engaging in otherwise work. And that is a beautiful thing. Otherwise. So that's going to be my word for this person. Otherwise possibilities. Otherwise is a word that names plurality as its core operation. Otherwise bespeaks the ongoingness of possibility, of things existing other than what is given, what is known, what is grasped. For otherwise possibilities, I would like for AJ to speak.
Yeah. That's my best. That is my best thing. Period. Sister. I knew it. I knew it. I literally knew it.
That was good.
I can't. Something has to change. I'm thinking about otherwise possibilities all the time. I feel like I'm an otherwise possibility. There's so much in my head right now. And I feel so honored and so valued by all of you and by this school. There's just so much. There's just so many things that, there's just so many things in my life that pushed me to believe in an otherwise, or that caused me, or I had to. It's an urgency, it's a necessity. My brain is all over the place, but I feel like that's where it's supposed to be. That's where it always is. That's sort of where it's supposed to reside. I mean, look at everyone in the 6 pages of freaking Zoom squares. Like, this is the otherwise that we didn't know we had to imagine. And when we leave our homes, when we get to be able to be together in a different way, we will already be in an otherwise. I couldn't have asked, honestly, maybe for a better ending or beginning to understand what it means to, I don't know, I keep thinking of like, the center isn't the only thing that holds. Like this, it isn't the center. It isn't just the center that holds. Like maybe UArts was our center, but we had to all sort of like separate and leave and branch out, and we're still like we're still like at the end of Galeem, like we're still like holding on to each other, like we're still like tethered and just completely entangled within one another. D-Faye, you mean so much to me in my life. I mean, like things that people don't know, you know about me. And I've just been like so grateful to have you in my life. I'm so honored. I'm so taken aback. I'm so swept up inside. I'm so swept up inside of everyone, inside of like, I can feel everyone's like touching me. I can feel everyone like holding me. And I just feel so many things. And I just want to keep feeling. I never wish to stop. I want to say thank you to all the faculty and all of my peers. You guys have literally made this journey something I could have never imagined, ever. I feel like I have new family. Everyone is so special to me. And I want to never let you guys go. And I will never. We're stuck together forever. We're tethered together for all eternity and after, and on and on and on and on. And so, wow. Thank you for being my family. I love you guys so much. I can't believe this right now. I can't believe this moment. I can't believe a bunch of people are listening to my voice. But utmost gratitude for every spirit in this Zoom meeting and all the spirits that have gone past, been inside of, been engulfed by UArts. It's a dream space, truly. A dreamed space.
Fire?
Fire.
Brilliant.
Unmute, everybody.
So
Let's
good.
build a fire, talk to each other, whatever's needed.
Ashe.
Ashe. That was beautiful.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, all.
Better be a big fire, you guys. Come on. Big fire. Remember
Big
this.
fire.
You gotta remember this fire. Big fire. Riot.
Big fire.
Camera's not even on. So you're fired.
Love. Community.
So much love, you guys.
Yes, so much love.
And just don't forget, the Love Cafe is going to keep on loving. It's going to be there. It's so going to be there. So I hope to see you guys in that Love Cafe. And your beloved faculty are going to be in the Love Cafe and in the practice space. So we're going to stay in touch. So don't you dare turn off your emails. We're going to keep the practice space and the Love Cat. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll find you. So keep the practice space alive, and the cafe alive, and we'll be there believing and hoping in a way that we can construct and build a way beyond this space together. Trust me, we spend so much time thinking about our futures together, and I think it's important we keep talking to each other and we keep finding ways to make things possible, like what AJ was just saying. So that quantum entanglement, right? We are in this together. So find us in the Love Cafe, or if you need anything, all you have to do is email me and Jen. Right, Jen? So I want to take this opportunity to once again say to everybody that's graduating what a remarkable moment this will always be. And also to the faculty who've helped to make this whole thing possible, this homeschool platform, immense gratitude, and to everybody. So feel free to say anything you need to say now. And otherwise, we're going to dance.
All right, dance.
Okay, let's dance.